Hello and welcome back to the Modern Stacker. And today we're going to take a quick look at the at some of the market analysis here because there was a nice little pullback that happened here on Friday as news of the jobs report that hit across the table came out, and there was a nice little pullback. Those of you who were like me and bought some silver yesterday at the nice little peak here, this is coming down. Might be a good time to pick up a little bit more if you were on the fence. This is coming down. One of the reasons I wanted to do this video though was to talk not about this nice little pullback buying opportunity that just popped up, um, but was to talk about the 200-day moving average. So from time to time I like to pull up these the charts for silver and gold on TradingView. If you're not familiar with TradingView, it's a free application. Anybody can go on there, create an account, and it doesn't cost anything to use it. There are obviously pro premium versions that you can pay for that get you some really cool advanced features. But for the most part, for the average user, I think it gives you, I think, two indicators that you can like show up. So I always have the MACD, the RSI, and the 200-day moving average. Those are the kind of the three that I usually kind of keep on my screen at all times. And honestly, those three indicators alone are pretty good for just being able to kind of get a pulse for whether or not something is overbought. Like on that, you can see here was a little bit on the high side, and I should have looked at this before I purchased. That was me not thinking, and here now it's correcting here. That's what the the what is it, relative strength index is saying. And then the MACD is talking the moving average conversion divergence. I think that's what it stands for. But the 200-day average, this is what I wanted to talk about. So for the last couple months, as we've been talking, watching the volatility in the market, so you can see I've been tracking it here, drawing nice little, funnels and flags, little head and shoulder patterns, and all this kind of fun stuff. Is that there is the 200-day moving average, which averages the movements over the last 200 days, has been largely on the downside. You see it right here. And even though we had this, if I pan out here, even though we had this spike right here and this kind of pullback and then another spike, the 200-day moving average doesn't necessarily have very large swings and fluctuations. This is one of the reasons why the 200-day moving average is a really, really great indicator to use to get a sense for kind of the price movement and the price direction, because it's not as volatile. Like it takes a lot more time to move the 200-day moving average up or down. So the thing that you can even see, just kind of going back in history, it doesn't move the way it follows the market, obviously, because it's the average, but it doesn't have such wild swings. But the thing that I wanted to draw your attention to is look at this. Look at this. I think this is interesting. This tells me that all of the swings, all of the kind of the upward pressure that we've been seeing in the market lately has been causing an effect on the 200-day moving average, so much so that I actually think that's one of the more dramatic changes in direction that I've seen. Even if we go a long way back, so we pan out here to year. So this is a year view. Yeah, even there. Let's go to a 5-year view. Okay, so it changes up. So the last time we saw some like crazy curves like this was in 2020. It was coming along, then boom, this hit. So that's why that's why I'm like circling this and saying this is interesting. This is something to be maybe paying attention to. Maybe this has already been affected by this spike here, this the trough, that the big jump here. Maybe that's what's causing it. But again, it's a moving average and it's an indicator of the direction of things. So does this mean that silver is going to continue to go up? That is the forecast. A lot of the analysts are saying that silver is going to be heading in that general direction. But I do think it's interesting when you kind of go back and look at the charts and the trends. When you see the 200-day moving average start to take a change, like change direction, like if we could zoom in here, sorry for the mouse motion. You know, so you can see here, little, you know, the change, and then when it changes directions sharply, and that's when you want to stop and pay attention and say, okay, what's going on? But if it starts to course correct, well, then that's a good sign. That's a good sign, and that means that you're heading back into positive territory. The fact that it's going up right now, get back to the let's do 3 months. You know, the fact that we're seeing this moving in a positive direction right now is a good sign that you know, we're going to be seeing some positive trajectories for the price of silver. Now, that doesn't mean we're not going to see pullbacks. We very well could see a very sharp pullback here in the next couple of days. And in fact, I think Sal from Salivate Metal was even his prediction is that we're going to see $19 an ounce. And honestly, I do hope so, because I would love to pick up a whole bunch of silver at 19 bucks an ounce. Who wouldn't, right? But I think this is just, again, this is a tool, right? This measures probabilities. This isn't a guarantee that this is the direction things are going, but it is a means for looking at price and forecasting a probability. And it probably could be heading in a positive direction over the long term, the near long term, I should say. But it is also probable that, you know, price will change, because in fact, it's a guarantee that price will change. It'll go up, it'll go down. And so, you know, I've heard one of my favorite, you know, people on YouTube is Johnny Bravo. If you haven't seen him, he's not for everybody, but I really enjoy following him. And one of his sayings, and I love his saying: you can make money going up, you can make money going down. You can buy silver going up, you can buy silver going down. It ultimately, at the end of the day, you want a dollar cost average. That's what I've always been saying when it comes to this kind of stuff, and I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. Dollar cost average. You do that, you're doing the right thing. So I'll kind of wrap this video up. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted to kind of draw your attention to this 200-day moving average changing direction and heading in the positive. So let me know in the comments below. Do you use this tool? Does this stuff help you? Is this stuff of interest and value? Like, how are you using this to kind of help making some of your decisions in the precious metal space? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a dude on YouTube who likes to talk about shiny things, but I also like to talk about charts. So let me know if this is helpful, and hit the like button on this video if you found this content helpful, and please subscribe. I do provide this kind of content and help grow this channel. That said, I'll catch you on the next time. Keep on stacking.